How's it going, folks? So today we got another homelite. This one's a Super 2, so it's the big brother to the XL1 or XL2 that we had here the other time. This one's got a little bit of its electrical tape hanging off of it. I'll cut that off after there, but it was without spark plug, so I ordered a new one from Hillsdale Truck and Auto, and they got me one no problem. But I don't know if you can see that. There is mud wasp living in this here spark plug boot, so I have to clear that out. And this one was without muffler, but I thankfully found some part saws, and we'll dissect them and get some parts and get this one going. Hopefully, that's if we can get it to spark with that nasty boot. A little bit about the Super 2 is I believe these ones were a 31cc saw, and they still have the dual trigger and all that, and then they're I think made in Quebec just the same. Don't quote me on that. I didn't really look up any statistics before this video or anything like that. I'm just going off the top of my head. But I'll post a link to the website that has the statistics on this, and then you can go ahead and check it for yourself there. But they're a pretty neat little old vintage saw, and another lemon one, you know, dual trigger top handle, nice and light and nimble. The bar is kind of nasty on this one, and it's pretty stuck, so I don't know if we're going to be able to salvage that. She might be in for a new bar, but anyways, stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and get this one somewhat restored, hopefully, or get it running anyways first. So I'm going to go ahead. I got a little screwdriver. I was planning on carving that out. Might just be mud from where it was. It might not be mud wasp. I don't see any larvae. I just see mud caked in here. Let's have a peek. I looked in the cylinder already, and that looked pretty nice. Maybe just a mud now. Some WD. Kind of works good for loosening that sort of stuff out. Oh yeah, this'll come back. I'm going to let the carpentry is kind of poke that last little bit out. All of this kind of cleanup stuff is just tedious. Poke, loosen it up, rinse it out, and then after I use the WD, I'll put a little bit of contact cleaner on there just to get rid of the residue from the oils of the WD. Almost there. Well, you probably just see my back. Sorry. I'm just hunching over this thing and give it an editor. But anyways, yeah, so you just kind of rinse, repeat. Then you use little electrical contact cleaner after you get done rinsing it with the WD. Give some more light here. And that'll get rid of a lot of the residue and keep stuff from sticking to it. Anyways, we'll catch you when I get that cleaned up, and we're gonna see if she's got spark. Okay, so went ahead and sprayed that with some electrical contact cleaner. You can already see it's starting to dry up now. And this is the brand new spark plug that I just had sitting in there while I was waiting to find a new muffler. And let's see if this little guy's got spark. Might not be able to see it, but I can. And kill switch. Okay. No spark. No sparky. Let's try right here. Maybe I just didn't have a good ground. There's a spark. She jumped there. Might just be a bit of rust on the coil here, or a bad ground, like I said. Maybe she'll go with a better ground here. Maybe I got this backwards. I don't know, I did see it spark once there, so there's hope for this thing, but let's try and get this right. Ugh, so much grime on this. The same as the other one was. Okay, so what's happened with this one, folks, is we've got a rusty flywheel kind of deal. So like you could take it apart and clean up the flywheel, and that's easy enough to do. But like some things can clean themselves up. Like we're already getting kind of a purple spark there. It was a yellow spark when I started doing this, and it started coming back. But you can actually get it to come back just from use. You know, it's almost blue. But it is sparking. I don't know if you can see it. So we can get that back. Whether I have to take it apart and clean it, or whether I can just squirt some WD in there somehow. And get it back that way. There, she's wedged. But you can see, oh there, that was blue. Yeah, that's all she needed was a little help from our friend WD-40. But look at that, look at, we got nice blue spark. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to get the right angle with these things for the camera. Oh yeah, she come back blue now. So that's cool. It says right on the thing, multi-use product. Use it for everything, guys. Multi-use, no restrictions. Sky's the friggin' limit. Give her the onions. All right. So I'm gonna get this bar off because that's rusted, seized straight to the like the chain's rusted, seized right to the chain or bar. So that's gonna have to come off before we even try and start this thing. And then I've got parts ones. We'll get the muffler off. So I'll get you back when I switch that around here. Alrighty, folks. Well, I just wanted to show you this. This chain was really bad. I mean, she was stuck on there really good. It took a lot of prying and WD-40 to get her off. But we got her off. And this bar, I think, is going to be salvageable. I mean, we'll go in there with the Dremel and clean that up with the wire wheel. And, you know what? No matter how stuck that chain was, that sprocket's still free as a bird. So, and that doesn't mean, I mean, sorry. I don't really see any bad wear on it. So I don't even really know that I got to dress the bar, other than I guess got to clean it up so much, which that's cool. We can put this bar back on it likely, and I'll just get a new chain because it seems in alright shape. So, anyways, we'll move on to the next part here. Oh yeah, and before I go, when you're pulling an old rusty chain off of there like that, wear a glove. I don't care how tough you are. Old rusty chain like that, it'll cut you up to bits if you're not careful. So we got a donor on the bench. I mean, I do have another one, but the muffler on this one doesn't look as good as the muffler on that one, so we're going to go ahead and take that off. So you just get your Allen wrench, and then it usually doesn't take much to get these little things off. It's usually so grimy and oily. There you go. Just loosen the thing off. It'll pop right off. Oops. Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, so you gotta be careful not to knock that thing out, but if you do, what you can do, you can try and line it back up with your Allen wrench and stick it in the end. And sometimes you can just weasel it back in. So if you screw up like I did and you knock it in the muffler, just try and roll it out, stick your Allen wrench through, and then you can kind of weasel it. You're really careful. You should be able to weasel it. Ideally, you want to just try and not knock it out, because that makes you have to do this crap. And then you just get her back in the hole. Easier said than done, but a steady hand, which I lack, I can generally do it. But at any rate, they don't really look like they come with a gasket. It looks like it's just kind of a form fit, which is fine by me. And that's acceptable enough to go on, I think. I mean, you could clean it out, but I'm not going to bother. This one looks pretty good. It's actually a nice looking muffler, really. So I don't know that that thing really was ridden too hard. There she is. Let's get that to where she's to. Oh, I felt to go in. Come on. What's going on here? Don't tell me it's a different size on the XL2 or the Super 2. Well, it's just tricky to line up apparently. Or maybe it is a different size. Oh, there she is. Now she's gone. Just tricky to line up. Some mufflers are easier than others apparently. Let's make sure I've got that seated properly. Otherwise you might as well just run it without the damn muffler. Yeah, so that's fairly well seated. Look where that is. Move that over. Oops. So then you can torque it down to about 1 ooga-dooga. 1 ooga-dooga or 3/4 ooga-dooga. I mean, depends how you look at the ooga-dooga on the little handle there. So it's like it's a good ooga-dooga on that. So we'll call it 1 ooga-dooga. Shoot, this must not be from that set. Where the heck did I pull it from, I wonder? I have to organize this crap one day. There! She has a muffler, therefore she has back pressure. So, let's check our fuel tank. Alrighty. Okay, so fuel. Ooh. The line looks pretty darn good. I wonder if the line was ever changed. But there's some grimy nastiness in the bottom of that. And that fuel filter looks... Ooh, there was some nasty gelatin looking like fuel in there. Well, give her one more rinse out with the WD. Once I get this cleaned out, we'll put some fuel in it and give it a try, guys. Alright, we'll catch you there. Some fuel in her. Let's see if this grimy friggin' thing will fire up for us, eh? What do you think? I think there's hope. The other one did. And the spark came back on this, so... Oh, there was a cough. These little home lights are impressive, man. Very impressive little saws. How do you like that? Mexican jumping in and out. I'm getting to be impressed with these little home lights. They're a neat little saw. I know why so many people like them. I mean, I've always been a rough fan of home lights, but I mean, working on these little lemon saws, man, very, very impressive. I mean, that's just about ready. Put a bar on it and go cut. Holy moly. Well, you know, I might buy a brand new bar and chain for this. seeing as that other one's pretty rough and the chain's done, so I'm going to need a new chain anyway. You know, and I might mess around with it before I sell it. Like, what a cool little saw, guys. Alright, till next time. Take her easy. Be safe.